All right, we're gonna go at this. No edits, no cutting, no fancy like booty shaking or anything like that. Like a lot of the freaking brain dead, brain rot trolls on the internet want and everything. So this video is not for you guys that are here for just a simple thing. This is for the people that are really aware, and we are talking about this hantavirus thing that's going around and everything. And granted, like I know people are, it's a rough time, and like people are talking about the 40% mortality rate that it has, which that's a scary thing in itself. But for the most part, my question is, when is everybody gonna wake up and start to realize this stuff is likely government made? Like really think about it. I mean, this happened during the coronavirus pandemic. This happened during even like the Ebola virus thing, and I'm seeing a lot of people talking about it on YouTube now, where some people are scared about it, some people are like, oh, I don't want it, or some people aren't so worried about it. I mean, I'm kind of worried about it a little bit here and there, and I'm more so worried about the potential for government lockdowns, government shutdowns. What happens if like another situation like COVID happens, or they shut us down and everybody's locked inside and they're worried about like buying fucking toilet paper, man, and like the shelves are just all barren and empty again, and nobody's able to wipe their ass. Like everybody's just walking around, and they like nobody's got a clean ass anymore during that time. This is, in my opinion, it's complete bullshit that this is going on. And when are people finally gonna start to realize? Because I see some people again they're scared about it. It seems like there are a lot of people that really believe that this thing is just a naturally occurring thing. And granted, like viruses, they're a scary thing, and they spread through certain ways. And a lot of people are saying that this virus spreads via rats, which granted, I haven't had a lot of time to fully extensively look at it, besides just what I'm seeing other people post online about the virus itself and their own opinions. So I thought I should throw my own little thing into the hat and see what happens. Maybe some people agree with me, some people disagree with me, and that's okay. But the issue that I have with this is the simple fact, again, like the possibility of government shutdowns, because with this thing being so having such a high mortality rate, honestly, it's like I don't want more government shutdowns. I want to be able to go and live my life and enjoy what I can with it, and I don't want to have to worry about potentially concerts shutting down. You can't go outside, you can't enjoy life, you can't get the sun on your face, you can't go out and get your feet in the grass, and you can't get out in nature and feel the wind in your face. And that's essentially what life is about, in my opinion. And honestly, I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Even people that don't go outside a whole lot, and you're inside, you don't get a lot of sun on your skin, you're not really one with nature. Maybe you're not as big as a hippie type as I am, but me, I've really learned to love nature. I've learned to be with it, and growing up and playing video games a lot and being inside a lot and not really getting a lot of sunlight on my skin, besides going to school or whatever. I mean, you get that little bit of sunlight exposure on your skin when you're walking to the bus stop or whatever. But that's my main concern with this, is the fact that people aren't going to be able to get outside. You're not going to be able to go and see friends. You're not going to be able to see family for a little bit. And that's a really concerning thing, because like COVID really messed things up, and we're still feeling the effects from it. We're still feeling the effects from COVID, like what, 4, 5, 6 years later, even after that. And that left its own mark on society as a whole. And I've talked with a lot of my friends on this about that, and they even agree with me that COVID itself still feels like it has its grips on society even to this day. Like there's still some people that I've seen outside that they're still afraid to get COVID. They're still afraid of it, and I don't remember when the last time we got an update on like any potential new strains or whatever. But this is complete and utter bullshit, because I'm looking online and I'm literally seeing they're talking about, they're on a boat, these people are on a boat, they're possibly contagious, and then they're talking about the possibility of a new strain when this virus, I have not even heard about this until like the past week or two or something like that. I don't know exactly when this became a thing, but I've been seeing it more recently. People are really talking about it. So yeah, it is a scary thing to think about, with the potential, but with the potential for it being as like mortalic as it is. I don't even know if that's really a word, but I'm just gonna make it up as I go, because why not? It's whatever. But when are we just gonna stop making viruses in labs? Because again, this happened with COVID. Why are we? Granted, it wasn't confirmed. I mean, I've looked it up, and my opinion on it is it's a man-made virus, and this hantavirus is probably honestly a man-made thing too. If you're being for real, because we're starting to see a lot more people talk about Lyme disease and that being a possible man-made thing, or at the very least, they're infecting ticks with Lyme disease, and they're infecting ticks with alpha-gal, which that's another big concerning thing that's on my mind lately, because me being on a carnivore animal-based diet, I don't want to have to deal with the repercussions because some idiot thinks it's okay to go and release some ticks out into the environment because they want a virtual signal and sit on their all high and mighty throne and say like, oh, we need to make people scared of eating meat because it's bad for the environment, which that has been proven to be completely false. Meat is not bad for the environment. Now, granted, I don't support like the conventionally raised meats and stuff. I am a big proponent of regeneratively raised, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished meats and stuff. Cows that have been raised on pasture their whole life and have gotten to live a really good long life, and then you do harvest them for the meat and whatever. I mean, that's what humans are used to, honestly. But why do we keep doing this to ourselves? It's been done over and over and over again, and we just don't seem to learn from our past. It seems to be more a way of controlling the population, controlling people. It's a control thing, and honestly, like, I don't have a full answer on the solution. Like, I'm still thinking about it myself, but this is what the internet is for. I think this is what the YouTube and platforms like this are for, to really bounce ideas back and forth with each other and think about it and debate and talk. And that's what free speech is about, because like I said, I don't have a complete answer on like what the solution is for this, but maybe somebody who watches this will hear it, and then they'll add on to my ideas, or they'll add on, and we'll debate about it back and forth, and then you can come to a complete solution on what you're gonna do, what's gonna happen going forward, how we can handle the situation overall. Because admittedly, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it a lot, and it's honestly getting more and more on my mind. I mean, I have a lot of other things on my mind too. Like, I mean, the YouTube thing. It's looking really good for YouTube, honestly, for me recently. Subscriber counts are looking good. Live streams are looking really good. Which, if you're not on my live streams and you're not checking them out, what are you doing? You need to get on my live streams. We like to hang out. We like to chat. I mean, it's not always doom and gloom like this video is. I try not to be too dark with what I'm saying or everything, but we need to really learn to talk about the dark stuff. We need to learn to talk about the bad stuff, the negative stuff, and of course the good stuff too. But people don't know how to talk about this anymore. Everybody just wants to put their head in the sand, bury their head in the sand, and think like, oh, well, I'm just not gonna worry about it until it gets here. I'm not gonna worry or even think about it even if it does get here, because some people really think like that. Some people really do think like that, and it really surprises me that it does really surprise me that people think about that. Well, they think like that, and they don't think about it, but they think like that in that exact way, and I don't know why. I mean, yeah, it's stressful. It's some of it's a little scary to think about. I know people, they want to live their lives and they want to be entertained. I mean, I want to be entertained too and live my life. I like going to concerts and getting in the mosh pit, and I don't want to think about when I'm at a concert. I don't want to think about everything that's going on out here. I don't want to think about a lot of the stuff that's out here, but like when I am out here, it is important to at least think about this, to consider it, and really have people think about it together and find out solutions to it. So I mean, so far, I think so far my overarching solution to this is, one, don't really be too scared about it. I mean, again, do think about it a little bit what you're gonna do, and also just be aware, be considerate of the fact that like this your governments, the people that run you or like rule or like overseeing everything, they do have a considerable amount of control on you, but control what can happen in your life, control how you can feel about it, control the things that you can control for right now, because there's some people out there that they really just don't try to take control of their lives, and a lot of people do. I think a lot of people do really think like that, honestly. And to be fair, it's human nature, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, we're group animals by nature. We're meant to be in groups. You're meant to have friends. You're meant to be social. You're meant to be like in a hierarchy of sorts. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I believe 100% that there needs to be some sort of leadership when it comes to just human beings, and I think a lot of other species out there in general that are seen as more social creatures. And that's just the truth. That's the way it is, honestly. And for a long time, I didn't really think that myself. I thought, oh, we can be lone wolves. You can be your own person. You don't need like friends, or you don't need to be in a group. You can be yourself. But I've come to realize, as of more recently, that yeah, like humans are just social beings. You need to be in a group to survive. You need to be really part of a part of something a little bit bigger, honestly, regardless of like the group size, the group dynamic, what your own personal thoughts are. And that is a great thing about society nowadays, honestly, is well, I think particularly here in America, because I hear other countries have their own issues with being able to speak your mind, and being overall having like free speech and stuff. But that is I think the thing we have to really work with and figure out in society nowadays is how you can control the things that are going on and control your own emotions itself, because like a lot of people are really scared for their lives when it comes to like these pandemics, quote unquote pandemics out here. Honestly, I agree with a lot of people when they say plandemic, that this is a planned thing. And like what, like honestly, why are they allowing sick people to get off a boat and then go home when they're potentially very, very infectious? It doesn't really sit right in my head. It doesn't really make sense to me that they would do that, especially when they're saying how deadly the virus is, and like how high the mortality rate is. I mean, my solution for that, honestly, at this point in time would have been to probably like hot drop them supplies until like the incubation period is over and everything. But some people would probably disagree with that and say like, well, that's inhumane, and maybe that's right, maybe it is. Honestly, I mean, I do think in my heart of heart that is probably like a bit of an inhumane thing when I'm saying it. So maybe there's other ways to go about it, but like you don't know at the end of the day what's really going on, because I've seen the legacy media reports of they're saying they're on a boat and it's spread by rats and stuff. And the truth of the matter is like, I'm not there personally, you're not there personally, at least maybe you're one of the people that were on the boat. I don't know if you're watching this, definitely let us know how that was going. But they can't hide it anymore. They can't, with the internet around, they just cannot. People are waking up. There's people out there that know the truth. There's people that really know that a lot of this is happening. It's just way too suspicious that a big sickness happens like every 5 to 6 years, honestly, and then eventually the truth does come out. And nowadays, like there's a saying that the difference between a conspiracy and the truth is 6 to 12 months. And that's honestly, I think there's a lot of truth behind that now, honestly, because I've woken up to a lot of things, and there's a lot of things I believed before that honestly were proven to me, and I've just seen a lot of bullshit happen over the years, and it's a lot of it can be concerning, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna fearmonger myself too much into thinking about it, but it's just something that I really consider, and it's been on my mind as of recently, just with you just can't really ignore it with social media around, and when you're scrolling on like Instagram or TikTok. I don't really scroll TikTok, honestly. I'm really perused more like Instagram Reels and YouTube and whatnot, and that's usually how I hear about a lot of my stuff nowadays. Or X, that's a big one. I really try to find media outlets that are for the truth, that even if they're not speaking the truth, honestly, just stuff that feels real and authentic and isn't super polished and really like a lot of panning camera angles just to get engagement, to get clicks and stuff. I want the truth. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I think a lot of people really do feel this way, but in your situation, you might not be able to say that because you're just surrounded by people like that I've described earlier, where they don't care about the truth. They don't care about it. They just want to live their lives, and that's fair, honestly, because some people they're working, they're doing their best just to survive, and they may not have a lot of time to really worry about it, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here on it, because like if I could probably talk about this ad libitum for at least an hour or something like that, and it's getting a little long-winded and all that, and I just wanted to really wrap up my thoughts and get them on camera, see what people think about it. So anyways, yeah, if you made it this far in the video, do let me know in the comments what you think about this. Like, do you really think do you think this is really just a virus that is pure happenstance and it developed? Do you think you think there's a little more devious things going on behind the curtains that we don't know? 100% drop in the comments. We can debate it, we can talk about it, and also maybe you can bring it up on one of my live streams too, and we can talk about that, because that's a big thing that I talk about too, and we have fun with it. We talk about all sorts of things. But either way, see you in the next random talk, whenever that is.